Ladies and gentlemen, we here at Tabanero Cigars. Today is Sunday. It is a beautiful day right here in Tampa, Florida. And today is Sunday, the beginning of the week. And we continue. We're not giving up, trying to find the right rig to be able to do this live right here in the shop where there's a lot of conversation, noise coming from the street, from cars, and have the right audio and the right camera to deliver a good live Sundays. How's everybody doing? My name is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabanero Cigars, and yes, today is Sunday, the beginning of the week for some of the dreamers, the entrepreneurs, the go-getter. Today, when some of our friends, family are talking to us, we sometimes are in the limbo, and they go, "Hey, you here? You here?" And you go, "Yeah, yeah, I'm here physically, but my mind is already dreaming, planning the week, thinking how we're gonna keep working on the journey, keep executing ideas on the week that is coming." Today is the beginning. Today, because the world is at ease, everybody's relaxing, there's no distractions. We get to concentrate more, we get to dream more. And it's good. And it's good that the whole world all agree to relax today, because that way there's a great source of energy at your disposal to dream, to think. There's nobody around you sucking on that energy. There's nobody taking your concentration. And today's email, it was about big goals take time to manifest. Big goals take time to manifest. And I do a lot of reflection on that because patience is a key when you are in business. The more you work on your vision, the more clear you are, and the more you hesitate, the more you want to get to that destination. Because of course you can have a vivid idea where you're going, and that will get you desperate. You don't want to you don't want to put the work that it's going to take to get there. Today, because we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that somehow allows you to stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead. Today we're having a Corona Gorda. Corona Gorda is a cigar that I don't usually get to it because it feels that it's finished too fast. So by the time you get to the label, there's not much left of the cigar, and then you have to do it again, relight and cut. So it's not really my go-to, but every once in a while I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's pretty popular in the shop because it's a medium to full body. It's a San Andres Mexican wrapper, and the fillers are Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, and Colombia. A nice blend, pretty complex, a lot of flavor. You experiment papri from the Nicaragua, some of the earthy tones from Dominican Republic, and to balance those two different worlds, we add the Colombian bolado. We use it as a Colombian bolado, but it's really a biso, and it's pretty sweet. Some of my colleagues in the industry, they believe that Colombia doesn't add anything to the blend, but in my mind, I feel that it does. In my mind and my palate, I have a I have a complex palate, sensitive palate, so I guess I get to pick the tones on the Colombia. I'm gonna use my lighter today. I will take the cigar out of my mouth. It's completely lead, it's red. So let's go ahead and cut it now after I let the cigar. Perfect draw. This is a 46 gauge cigar, and because we press overnight, it usually turns into a 45 gauge. Perfect draw because we use a draw master machine. We use draw master. We're the only ones right here in Ybor. I'll say in Tampa that we use draw master. Why we the only ones? Because since day zero, we always believed we were not working on a shop, we were working on a brand. I guess because of the many books that I read, getting myself ready to come into the industry, most of the books, business books that I read, they all talk about the difference between running a shop or starting a brand. So every time I can optimize the process, every time I can bring more equipment, tools to better the quality of the cigar, I'll do it. We bought the Drum Master machine 5 years ago, and we didn't realize that besides the machine, you need someone to operate the machine. So besides $4,000 for the machine, you also have a salary that you need to put someone to operate the machine. But that is fine. That is fine because, like we said in the beginning, big goals take time to manifest. So we got to keep working, and never give up, never give up. There's been so many things during this 10 years for us to give up, and no, I have a strong belief. I have a strong belief. When I was younger, I would find myself explaining and sharing my goals with other people, finding some acceptance, finding someone, finding support, trying to make others to believe my idea. And little by little, through business, through life, I understood that the only person that I need to convince that my ideas are going to work, that I'm going to achieve my goals, is myself. It's myself. So I usually share idea with my friends, my customers, and it's just as a point of conversation. But I avoid to do that. I avoid having conversations about ideas, trying to find acceptance. No, I'm the person that I have to work daily on my belief. I need to convince myself that I will believe on the goals that we want to achieve. Sometimes I found young entrepreneurs selling me the idea, and I let them finish. I let them finish selling me the idea, and I go, it sounds good. It sounds perfectly, but you're the one who has to convince yourself that it's going to work, because you're going to find so many things. You're going to find so many things that they're going to make you. They're going to make you weak. They're going to make you have doubt that it's going to work, or. So you're the person who needs to figure. I'm trying to get my comments here, so in case that I need to respond to any comments. So it's not showing anybody in front of the. Is that late or? That's late, no? I just opened. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get speed up, because now we have the possibility to have my phone and answer any comment. No, this is not. Will you mind finding today's streaming in there so I can answer any questions? We've been trying many different microphones, and I think we got the right one. I think we got the right one for now, because we're gonna get a boom microphone. My good friend David Capote point us in the right direction. So I usually tell young people, if they ask me, they look up to me, what I have accomplished in the last 10 years. They ask me questions, and I go, listen, you're the one who needs to convince yourself. You're the ones who needs to convince yourself, because nobody but you needs to work hard. And believe me, most of the time we make decisions to go into business because what the eye has seen. You've seen successful people and you are inspired, motivated to jump in some kind of business. But we never take the time to really get an idea of what it takes to be to go in business. Romeo Lombardi, Romeo, how are you, sir? I follow a lot of the posts and a lot of the great things that you do for the industry. And I know at some point you did something with us years ago. Thank you, Romeo. Thank you to Romeo Lombardi. Romeo, we are here 10 years later. I think you knew about us since the beginning, since we were in Fifth Avenue in 17. Excellent, excellent. Pretty complex. It's a pretty complex cigar. There's a lot of flavor all around my mouth. I can taste a pretty fermented, pretty aged Dominican tobacco. I believe the people that get into manufacturing, they stay away from Dominican because Dominican, to have a great taste, to give you the best of them, they need some aging. Dominican tobacco needs a lot more aging than Nicaraguan tobacco. There's no way to really appreciate Dominican tobacco on a fresh cigar. These Coronas, I think they're already a year old. I like to hold any Dominican blend for a little bit longer time than Nicaraguan tobacco because I know you get the best of Dominican tobacco with aging. And you can experience it with Arturo Fuentes. I believe the success of Arturo Fuentes, they always say not to rush the hands of making cigars. And he basically is also taking in consideration not to rush the process of fermentation of their tobaccos. And they are a good example of staying loyal to their goals, to hard work, and fall in love with the process. There's no doubt that Arturo family has definitely fallen in love with the process. I have my mentors in this industry. Even there's people that I never met or haven't, or even if I met, I never had a chance to sit down and talk to them. They become my mentors because I follow the good behaviors, how consistency they are, and the good practices they do with their brands. And they definitely have fallen in love with the process. Also, Padron. Padron has been a big mentor for me since the beginning, not to rush things, not to be a numbers game for them. And that is something that I've been doing from the beginning, not to rush anything and understand it's about craftsmanship, it's about quality. You don't really, in cigars, wine, I think even the restaurant world, you can think on numbers. Always have to think on what experience are you going to deliver to your customer. How a customer is going to feel proud about you, about your product. How are they going to fall in love with your story? So I don't concentrate. I did my list for all the retailers that I'm going to be visiting in Florida because we're getting ready to start wholesale. Thanks to Raymond Pages. Raymond we have jumped in the journey to start wholesale. Raymond understood my blend. He kind of agreed they were going in the right direction. He did some changes on the blends because of the tobaccos that are available in Nicaragua to better the blend. But we are going with the Tabanero blends. And I believe by mid-December, we will be ready with cigars right here in the U.S. to start visiting stores. My good friend Nick Cutro was visiting the box shop on Friday, I believe. He needed to talk to me, and he needed some cedar for a project that he's working on. And he saw my shop and he said, "Wow, Your shop looks like mine. Everything's everything is it's kind of like messy. And I said it's incredible that some entrepreneurs they think alike, the same mess that we have in our head, thinking in a million times at the same time, a million things at the same time. That's also how we got our workspace. It's messy. I guess if we spend a lot of energy on organizing and putting things together, we really lose the energy that is needed to create new things. For example, when you start writing a book, when you start writing something, they teach you not to look into misspells or just put your idea on paper. Start writing, writing, writing like crazy, and then later on go ahead and review and make it look good and do a few revisions. For us, for entrepreneurs, we start doing things like that out of the heart, and we never go back to do the revisions. It stays like that because we just concentrating on the end product. He told me that he met a gentleman that they had two offices together, one next to the other, and one it was pretty messy, and then the other one was really really organized. So he took a picture of both offices, and he used to go around asking people, "Who do you think owns the company? The guy that is really really organized, or the messy office?" And everybody would say, "No, no, no, the guy that is really organized with tabs and all the names." Said, "No, no, no, that guy worked for the messy guy." Because the messy guy was always creating, always passionate about the journey. He had fallen in love with the process, and that's what it makes a difference. Sometimes we are so much into little details, into the everyday, that we forget what really we are aiming for, what really is our vision. So concentrate, fall in love with the journey, with the process. When Nick was there, we were having the conversation about numbers, about how many stores we want to reach, and he said, "Well, you know, you got to go for the big. You got to go for the big stores. You got to go for the stores that they have 3, 4 stores the same guy." And I said, "Nah, not really, not really. Because if I start chasing the big stores, most of the stores, because they order a lot, they like to work with your money. They usually ask you for 15 days grace period, for 20 days, and we not at a company size right now, to be offering big companies 15 days. I rather work with a small guy that is we're gonna get to build a closer relation. They will take more time to be aware where we are. Rather work with the little stores or mid-sized stores to build that relation, for them to get to know the story behind Tabanero. I want that the story behind Tabanero to be shared by people who believe on what we are doing. And it's time for the coffee. Got in Lozano with our great Taba Brew coffee. Thank you, Gary. Gracias, amor. Guys, it's time to raise our shoulders, raise our forehead. And I just realized we didn't use the light today. Perfect, huh? Everything is running pretty good. This is good. This is good. This is a good blend. An espresso, Cuban espresso coffee. And it's a blend of Honduras, Mexico, and I think 3 other countries that I can't remember right now. The other one is Guatemala, if I'm not mistaken. Guatemala coffee is becoming pretty popular. So, because it's not about numbers. It's not about numbers. What we are going to accomplish, we don't want to rush it. Our first order is 120,000 cigars, and 120,000 cigars for the shop, it's a good size. But when you start wholesaling, it's not a lot of cigars. So I don't want to rush it. I want to find the stores that will appreciate having a brand that is originated right here in Tampa, Some of the cigars will be made here, and some of the cigars will be made in Nicaragua. Most of the cigars will be made in Nicaragua. We have to be honest about the process. We have someone in touch from Europe asking if we wanted to sell our product in their website in Europe. The person has a beautiful website. I think he's in his beginnings because of the brands that I saw on his website, but he's doing a pretty good job with his website. He even has a 25 euros a month membership that he will send you so many cigars. So we will look into it. We will look into it and talk to him and see how he wants to go about having a American brand in Europe. This mediums to full, this peppery cigars, earthy cigars with espresso, they go hand by hand. They go hand by hand. A good espresso, pretty strong full body espresso with a nice peppery cigar. It goes hand by hand, and especially a darker wrapper, a Maduro wrapper. There's no contrast. They go together. Sometimes we smoke cigars and drink something that have contrast. This time, no. They go hand by hand. We got beautiful windows in here. Sometimes we get distracted with the windows. I also want to mention that Christmas event on December 17th. It's going to be a third Thursday. We haven't had an event in a while, so Christmas event on December 17th. December 17th. We're going to be start selling the tickets pretty soon. We'll see if we do a mini cigar class or something like that. I will work on it to find someone that will help us out to do a class. It's a surprise. I can't be advertising because right now, with the whole COVID-19, people get pretty scared. The news says something about COVID, and you see everybody on the street with masks. So everybody's so scared of the media. And the media is saying that we're going to have a second wave. I don't listen to the media, so I don't use mask. I own a business, and nobody has to use mask in my business. Nobody has to use mask on Thanksgiving party on my house. So I don't care. I have bumped into a lot of my friends, and we touched the subject about the future of our great country, and it's something that I will never left over all my life. I always got to touch on it because some of my friends who watch the live, and I want them to work on their strength. Why? Because I ask them how do they feel, and they looked at me and they go, I don't know, what do you think? And I always respond, in business, we always walking on our certainty. There's nothing guaranteed. So we're used to this long way that we having to find out what is the future of our country. I'm used to it because every time I set a goal of which direction I'm going, that period of time to achieving my goal, it's that same weight. You got to be patient. You got to believe. You got to believe. You can have no plan B. There's only one plan, plan A. You can have a plan of, 2024. Listen, there's no 2024. It's 2020. You need to believe that the plan, it's plan 8, it's right now on 2020. Please work on your strength. Believe the country or freedom needs your energy. You need to believe that it's 2020, not 2024. I hope, like my little kid says, put it in your brain, it's 2020. It's 2020. We are visualizing celebration of our freedom in this great country, 2020, not 2024. You imagine that if everything that I do in here, in Tabanero, in business, I would do it with that kind of mentality of, I don't know, things are not looking too good, we'll see, I have a plan B. There's no plan B. There's only one plan in Tabanero Cigar. Plan A, to succeed, to become a worldwide brand. That's the plan. There's no B or, well, I don't know, if cigars don't go too good, I will get into coffee, or I will get into the t-shirt business. No. There's one plan. Become a world famous cigar brand made right here in Tampa, Florida, and other countries that we will do collaborations. I hope you get on board and understanding that we need that energy. We need that good energy to celebrate freedom in 2020. A lot of my customers and friends, I said, when I explain how do I smells, how do I sense behind all this that is going on, they most reply, I wish you can share with others your experience as a kid in Cuba, in a socialist communist country, with other people to understand what is going on. I wish I had a better way to transmit that our freedom, it's a stake. Our freedom is a stake, and there's no plan B. There's no 2024 plan. The plan is now, 2020. All we have to do is keep that energy, believe, have that vision that we're going to be celebrating pretty soon our freedom, the freedom of this great country, the best country in the world. So again, guys, we're going to be doing third Thursday, December 17, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Also, Thanksgiving will be closed. Thanksgiving is going to be to be with our family, to celebrate. We will be closed on Thanksgiving. And then No Color Friday, we will be open 12 to 8. Friday is a regular Friday. There's no Color Friday. It's a regular Friday. And we'll be open on Friday after Thanksgiving, noon to 8 p.m. Noon to 8 p.m. I'm okay. You can, after I finish the live, you can text me the day before Thanksgiving. What are the hours? I understand, no, but not everybody watch the live. But we will try to post everywhere that we are closed on Thanksgiving, and we will open on Friday, regular Friday. Noon to 8 p.m. I'll be making boxes today before the live. We are running low on Robusta boxes, so I'll be doing boxes. And I stopped. I got a lot of boxes right here on this table, but I stopped to do the live. I stopped to test the new rig, and it looks like it's working. Looks like it's working pretty good. We were running a little bit late, but we did it. We made it. We made it. We're going to keep it at 30 minutes, and every Sunday we will get better and better. So guys, let's recap. Big goals take time to manifest. There's nothing more true about that. Big goals take time to manifest. We are so used to it, this new instant gratification, that we apply the same feeling to everything. We apply the same instant gratification to everything in our life. We believe that every time we start something, it's going to happen the same way we can rent a movie on Netflix. Or the same way we can order something on Amazon and you have a 2-day delivery. Guess what? Success, you can order on Amazon and it will arrive in 2 days. It would take time. It would take time. And I guess the more help we keep getting from other people, the more comfort we feel, the less of us will be left to start to begin a business. And a lot of us that dare to start a business, we will fail because we need to leave that instant gratification mentality behind. Someone said that pretty hard times will build really strong men. Really strong men will make easier times. Easier times will make weak men. And weak men will create really hard times. So I think that's the circle of life. Thank you guys. I think that's the circle of life when it comes to business, when it comes to mentality to get into into an entrepreneurship career. Don't ask for easy. Don't ask for easy. Get comfortable to be most of the time doing uncomfortable things. And hopefully your business, your life will become easier. But you have to understand that most of the time you're going to be pretty uncomfortable because you're doing things that other people don't dare to do. And it's only a few years. It will be 15, 20 years doing uncomfortable things that the rest of the world don't want to do. But after that, when you see the fruits of your efforts, you will have a life. And I'm not saying you will have a life by sitting or being in front of a beach all day. No, you have such a purpose life, and you will enjoy so much the fruits of your efforts during those 20 years for the rest of your life, and you will have a life that most of the people will dream about it. So keep working hard. Keep working hard. Keep finding things that will pull you. Don't push. Don't push because pushing, at some point, you will run out of will. You will run out of strength. Find things that will pull you, and the best way to do that is starting. You need to start. You need to start, and hopefully you will find something that you will fall in love with the process. You need to discover. So start. All right, guys. I appreciate the time that you guys spend with me. I'm going to try to do something in Spanish for my friends in Spanish. And I wish you the best. I wish you a great Sunday. Start your week pretty positive and dream. Allow yourself to dream. There's never too late to dream. The general of Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think he started when he was 70 years old. So forget about retirement and dream. This is the country of opportunity, and the dreamers who take action, they always accomplish. Thank you guys. Remember that we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead. See you next Sunday.